How you doing? I am I've been doing these laundry, cloth diapers and stuffing diapers all day and everything. So I figured since it's all on the table, what better time than to tell you about how our family has come completely away from using disposable paper. No paper products to throw away. Now we still use, like, I still write on paper and I still read paper books, and paper's not completely obsolete from our life, but what we do is what we don't do is buy paper to throw away anymore whatsoever. So I want to share with you that kind of everything that we have replaced with cloth and give you a short little overview as to how we do it. Each one of these cloth transfers methods can be a whole video where I can kind of show you how I made them, and all the way down to the solutions that I use to clean up with and everything like that. But so I'll do that if you want. Just kind of let me know, or I'll end up doing it later. But I just wanted to kind of give you what we do, and let that be sort of an example to show that you can do it too if you're interested in moving away from paper products, just throwing your money away, and becoming, not why I like it is because I don't like to throw my money away. I don't like to go buy paper products just to toss them down the drain, and I don't like contributing to the tree, industry of cutting down trees and all that stuff, and the chemical processing that goes into bleaching the papers and all the things that just go along, the packaging and transport and just everything that goes along with paper and disposable paper. So that's why I like it, and yeah, and it's cheaper. Woohoo! So here we go. I'll just get to the first thing. The first thing that was really easy for me to utilize and have be cloth rather than paper was diapers. Naturally, cloth diapers, because I didn't have to transfer. I didn't have to get used to a different method because we never really used cloth paper disposable diapers. So that was easy. The next thing, so we just use, we do our little snappy kind of, inserts, and they have inserts and everything. So we do those. The next thing that kind of goes hand in hand with cloth diapers is cloth wipes. We were using disposable wipes for a while, and again, it just felt like, $2, $3, $4 here and there, more, $4 if you want to use the kind that are supposedly organic and biodegradable and natural and all that, but they still have crap on them. Their paper is still bleached and processed, and they still leave a little bit of smell or whatever, and residue, and just, I don't know, irritation. So, so I decided, well, I'm just going to use cloth. A lot of people are buying them online. I guess you can buy them online from people who make them, who sew like two pieces of flannel together, and they got like nice little stitching with cute little patterns and stuff. But I didn't really see the need in doing that. So what we do is just use not disposable, baby washcloths. Little baby washcloths that you get at, Walmart or wherever for 99 cents, dollar store, it doesn't matter. And I just stack them up, nicely, kind of like this. I lay them flat, basically, on a shelf next to where I'm changing her. And a lot of people do their little system where they would fold them neatly like a Kleenex and put them, or a wipe, and put them back in the wipes container, and just to make a whole cute process out of it, which I tried a couple times, but it just ended up being three more steps that I didn't want to have to do in my laundering and folding and stuff, because I'm like, oh, I gotta stack them, then fold them right, then put them in this little, wipes bin, and then when I go to pull them out, I have to use both hands to pull them out, to hold the thing down and pull it out, because it doesn't come out all smooth, because, it's a thicker cloth. So I was just like, screw it, I'll just stack them nicely. And I have a little spray bottle. We use a little one, this is the big one, but fill it full of a wipe solution that I make at home with like Dr. Bronner's and olive oil and tea tree oil, and spray that on the washcloth, and then I wipe her up. And I usually only use two, and then I just toss it in the laundry with the diaper. No big deal after we rinse it off, of course, in the toilet, if there's poo-poo on it. So that was a fairly easy transition away from paper as well, because it just kind of, all of it has been fairly easy once I think about it. It just took a really long time to get there. It took a lot of planning and a lot of psyching myself out and a lot of, then I had to make it, and it just, so I didn't, it takes me a long time to do stuff sometimes. So that's that. The next thing that we moved away from paper is like, paper towels for the kitchen. We just use regular old dish towels, for all that kind of stuff. And, for a while, at one point I let people talk me into using those, like Clorox wipe things, cleaning wipes and stuff. And yeah, they're convenient, but again, it was just another, oh, you got to buy that whole big plastic container and the paper that you're just throwing away. And it was just a whole bunch of consumerism, throwing my money away for nothing. So I just I use old rags, and I use broken, ripped or torn. This is a friggin' pre-fold diaper, the pre-fold kind, because I use those too in my cloth diapering. But these are great for wiping up messes, using as dish towels, cleaning rags, whatever. So we do that to replace dish towels and paper towels and napkins. What do we do about napkins? Usually we tissue, if we're blowing our nose, usually we'll take just a family cloth we use for tissue, and we carry that around a little bit, or we use these pre-folds, the old pre-folds, and we'll use that as a napkin during dinner, or just a dish towel, just anything like that, anything cloth, it's already there. Dish towels, wash rags, cloth diapers, you name it. It can all be used for that stuff. No need to buy paper. But the final transition, no, not the final, this is another one. My next transition that I moved away from paper was menstrual pads. I stopped using the tampons for a really long time ago because they're just not healthy. It's not healthy, number one, to put all that bleach and toxicity, chemical treated cotton stuff up inside of you, and then I learned it's also not healthy to stop the flow. You're supposed to flow on out of you stuff. It's stopping it up like a stopper contributes to problems, female problems later on in life, and can contribute to a lot of stuff, blood clots, all kinds of stuff. So I moved away from that a long time ago, and I was using menstrual pads. But menstrual pads are, they got that plastic coating on top, plastic layer that absorbs through to some weird crystalline jelly weird substance that absorbs all the blood, and and then you got the sticky stuff on the other side of your undies, and it's just a lot of plasticky, papery, chemical-y stuff. So and they always itched, and they always left a weird smell down there that I never really liked. So when I found out about menstrual mama cloth type stuff, I was all over it. I'm like, I gotta get those. I haven't graduated to making my own yet, mainly because I don't have a serger, and you really gotta serge the ends of these things. You see how the ends are just serged, and so I don't have a serger, so that stops me from making a lot of stuff. But I love them. I bought these. They come in all kinds of cute little patterns, and they have different numbers to determine, like 1, 2, and 3, like the absorbency level. They're thick. They're flannel, and they got just cute patterns. I love them. I love them. Tie-dye and skulls and crossbones. And this is just cutesy little stuff so that brightens your day when you're changing your underwear or whatever. So that's that, and that's been an easy transition. They got snaps on them, just like wings. So you just snap that around your panties like you would a regular pad, and there you go. They don't leak. They don't leak, that's for sure. And it doesn't itch, and it doesn't smell, and it doesn't feel irritable down there, and it doesn't cause weird reactions or whatever. It just feels breathable and natural and soft and awesome. So that was a great transition away from paper, plastic products, throwaway stuff. And I love it. I love it. I'd recommend them to anyone. There's different people that make different kinds. But this is the final transition away from paper that we have done in our family that would probably be the hardest for most people to do, because I've seen comments, and the comments usually are pertaining to this no way. And men usually seem to have a harder time doing this than females. I don't know why. But my guy was really supportive from the get-go about it. He was just like, heck yeah, no problem. And that is family cloth. Family cloth replaces toilet paper in our household. And I know you're probably thinking, ew, gross, if you've never heard about that before. Ew, there's no way. Maybe I would do that for number one, but no way would I do it for number two. I don't want to have to deal with my own poo-poo and stuff like that. I understand all of the logic behind not wanting to do it. And when I first heard the word family cloth, I was like, what? Is it just one big cloth the whole family uses? Ew, you know. But it's not, you know. What I did, and there's many ways you can do it, but what I did is we had tons and tons and tons of receiving blankets that we never used. Still don't use. And besides, receiving blankets are other things you can use for tissues and napkins and, you know, wiping up stuff, whatever. Lots of multiple uses with all of these cloth things. But since we had so many receiving blankets laying around, I cut them into little squares. Little squares that are about yay big, and you can fold them however you want. You can fold them like this and then flip it around and you just use it as toilet tissue. And I not serged, but I sewed the edges like that with like a stitch to kind of keep it from fraying. And as you can see, it's not perfect. There's still kind of fraying around here, but it does good, but it's not as good as a surged line like that. You know, that's a really good line. But this is what I can do with my sewing machine without a serger, and you can do that too. And I just cut them into squares evenly. You know, they're not perfect. They're ragged, and you know, but whatever. You're wiping your butt with these. Who cares? So that's it. And then we keep them stacked in a little tin right next to the toilet. And we have a spray bottle with the same wipe solution that we use on our baby wipes. And we just spray the family cloth, and there you go. And just don't throw it in the toilet, obviously. We have a trash bin. How we do it is we have a trash bin, kind of one of those plastic bins, and it's got a second plastic bin inside of it that you can take out. And we put a little cap full of hydrogen peroxide or vinegar in that, and then fill it halfway with water. And then when you just toss your soiled family cloth or whatever, or even I toss my mama pads in that same bin when it's that time, and they soak in that solution, and it gets the stains out, keeps the the smell away, all that stuff. And they only soak for a few days. They're not in there for like all week or nothing. And then it's just being washed, you know. And you can wash them all together. At first, I wasn't washing the family cloth with anything else. It was just like family cloth only. But now I kind of do mix. I just wash all of the poopy rags together, diapers, cloth wipes, and family cloth. And I just throw them all in the same wash, doesn't matter. Gets them good and clean. They've been soaking in that solution for a while, and it's just awesome. So that's kind of what we have done to get away from paper. And it's, you know, it seems like it's odd and it would be really like a horrible transition, uncomfortable, but it's really not. It's about finding a system that works, that's hygienic for you. Like, you know, we're still working on getting more wet bags and more bins around the house, because, you know, when you blow your nose, maybe whatever, when your little cloth rag that you're using for whatever it may be, cleaning, blowing your nose or wiping your tushy, you want to have a place to put it. And you know, wet bags are a great place to hang on the doors, and you know, stuff like that. So then you can just gather it all up when it's laundry time and toss them all in the wash. And it feels so much better to not be buying and throwing away all that paper, not be contributing to the tree cut down, you know, crap industry, chemicals being poured all over your paper, all of that. And then some people say that they wouldn't go to family cloth, you know, they would just use baby wipes in place of toilet paper. We tried that. We tried that as well. But what I found is even using the whole organic, all natural baby wipes in place of toilet paper, it still didn't feel natural or good or make me feel like I was getting as clean. And it left a weird smelling. It didn't make me smell like me. I don't like things that don't make me smell like me, especially down there. You want to smell normal and natural, not chemically. At least I do. And it's just great. You know, people are kind of, they scoff at the whole family cloth thing. You think it's dirty, but I tell you what, it's more clean and more hygienic than any paper wiping I've ever done. You know, because you spray it with your little soapy solution, and it's like you're taking a friggin' shower every time you use the restroom. And you know, you don't leave anything behind. And for ladies, especially when you're using paper, toilet paper, don't even try to deny it. I know every one of you ladies has experienced this at one point because it just happens. You get those little balls of paper that kind of linger behind every once in a while, and you find them later. Not cool. You don't have that with cloth. You know, nothing's being left behind, soil-wise or paper-wise, and it's just great. I feel totally, you know. So family, of course, visitors have to either bring their own paper, toilet paper, or we will, you know, maybe buy some.